Hey guys, how's it going? This is Gerald Harris, houseflippingguy.com, common sense answers to real estate investing. And I want to talk about multiple issues that will equate to a motivated seller. And so, give you a hypothetical. If you all are coming across, a lot of you are pulling the delinquent property tax list. So if you found a property that is behind on taxes for at least a couple of years, and that same property is actually on the code violation list, and that same property is also a property that is vacant, that for the most part would equal a motivated seller. And this is why. When you find these types of properties that are on different lists, right? So you got one property, it has delinquent property taxes, it has a code violation against it, maybe it's high grass or boarded up windows or whatever, and the property is vacant. Those three things right there, that would scream motivated seller. Okay. You just have to go ahead and find that seller. One of the best ways to do that is to go ahead and skip trace. You know, you can go to one of my favorite places to go ahead and go to is Fiverr, Fiverr.com, and there are multiple people there. But I found a young lady that what she does is, I think she pulls up like 40 or 50 addresses for like 10 or 15 bucks, something like that. But not just Fiverr. You can Google different companies to go ahead, and that will help you to go ahead and reach out to these motivated sellers, because when you find properties that are on multiple lists, those things lots of times will let you know that that's a problem. Okay, that's one problem on top of another problem. And one of the biggest problems is, I tell people all the time, you have a house that is vacant. Oftentimes a vacant property is a liability. Okay? I don't care where it's at. If that property stays vacant for a period of time, that property becomes a liability over time. It's doing nothing but just sitting there being vacant. You don't want that. Even as an owner, you don't want that type of property just sitting there, even in the nicest of areas, guys. So when you all are pulling these lists, whether it be a code violation list, take the time to see if that same property is on the delinquent property tax list. And also take the time to see if that property is vacant. You may just be surprised that that owner doesn't even live in the area. And some of the best strategies to go ahead and approach these types of deals, obviously with wholesaling, depending on the equity and the potential within the property, you could do if you're an agent, you can go ahead and list that property. And what I would do is, if I were an agent, I wouldn't just think about listing the property. One of the great ways to go ahead and build a buyer's list is to have an open house on a vacant property with that many problems. It's a great buyer's list. You get a lot of buyers in your town coming to that property. Even if you're not even if you're not an agent and you're wholesaling the contract, essentially, if you want to really build your buyers list, and you all have a sweet deal with a lot of equity, make sure you're taking a lot of numbers. Make sure you're filling out people to make sure they're actual cash buyers, because one property within a particular area would pretty much attract all the buyers that you would need. Most people who wholesale real estate, believe it or not, they don't have thousands of people on their buyers list. They got maybe less than a handful of them, right? So anyways, guys, this is Gerald with another tip. Y'all have a good one. Take care.